best of me. Stuck on you. Oh, hey. What's up? Odari, Vecta, Cho. What's up, y'all? Okay. Let me do a fancy thing real quick. I'm all wiggly at the edges of my green screen today. I don't know why that is. I don't know why it does this to me sometimes, but it does, where like I turn my Streamlabs on and it just doesn't have the settings for my camera left like it's supposed to. I don't know. It's very frustrating. So I'm Wiggly Val today. It's good to see you guys. I hope you are all doing well. I'm just gonna clean my glasses real quick. We're gonna be working on some stuff for a project I'm doing for Adobe Live. So I don't know if you guys saw the story that went live from the Adobe Live Instagram a few days ago, but I posted an illustration and allowed people to vote on a color palette, and the color palette is tied. So I am going to use one of the color palettes and kind of paint in this character, and then tomorrow you guys will be able to vote on a hairstyle, which is pretty cool. And then Tuesday I'm going to be doing a illustration stream in that. For those of you who are usually in the Behance streams or the Adobe Live YouTube streams, I'll be in the 10:30 Pacific time slot for the hour and a half, finishing up the character and like doing a outfit and finishing touches on the painting. So if you guys are interested at all in checking that out, I hope that you will join me, because I'm pretty excited about doing it this way, like where you guys can come in and vote on certain aspects of the project. I think that's really fun. I thought the wiggly was because download. No, it's just wiggly at the edges, and it drives me freaking nuts. I'm not actually this wiggly. I'm really not. I'm so used to like not stopping to drink soda or eat snacks on the Adobe live streams that I forget I can do that if I want to here. So I was like, I have a Coke! I'm bringing a Coke with me. Alright. Let's make magic, shall we? Let's do a thing. I'm gonna maneuver some stuff around so that I have all of my stuff visible. Let me pop out my chat. Val 80s hairstyle. That would be cool. We could do like a 80s hairstyle for this character, honestly. I was thinking about having two different choices so that you guys can vote. And it'll show in the story. Yo, what's up, Slime? It's good to see you, buddy. Hey, I saw that first day that I streamed here and you came to hang out. Did you send me $5 on my old donation link? Did you do that? I didn't even know, because I'm not allowed to have donations here until I'm popular. And I saw that like really late. But if that was you, thank you so much. You're very sweet. Very kind. Okay. Let me pop over here. It's me. It's a me, Avalio. So this is the illustration. It needs some work, you know, it needs some extra love and stuff, but it's kind of cool. And these are the color palette options. So we have cool tones and warm tones, and I think that I'm gonna go for maybe a mixture of the two because the poll tied. I was thinking maybe I would do cool tones for her body and warm tones for her eyes because that would kind of blend it together in a nifty way. So that's what I'm gonna do real quick. I'm gonna just go for that. And if you guys would like to join me tomorrow when the story goes live, you will have the option to download the source file that I'm working with here today. So you guys can mess around with your own colors, or you can put your own hairstyle on it or whatever, and anybody who decides that they would like to do something with that source art, with the base portrait, I will add you guys to my stories and give you a shout out. I might have been trying to spook you with sound effects, yeah. Until what? They don't know who they're messing with. Yeah, I think they do though. I think they might know. But yeah, I don't get to, I have to, you know what the requirements are for certain perks on YouTube as a live streamer or a person who like wants to monetize videos? I had to pass the threshold of 1,000 subscribers, which I already had and had for a while, just because my link is so often in the Adobe live streams that it just sort of happened over time, over the period of like a few years. Even though I never stream here, people had subscribed to me. But the other one is I have to have either 10 million public short views or 4,000 public watch views. Who do you think I am? So I'm gonna be working at this for a while. I don't think anybody, I don't have that many people that know in the world that I make videos and stream here. So that's gonna be, that's like a new creative goal that I have set, to like try and make content and get to the point where I can do that kind of stuff. But it's just not a feasible thing at the moment. Okay, so like I said, we're gonna do cool tones for the body and warm tones for the eyes because somebody did, or of the people who voted, it did tie. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I had some tests and stuff done with only cool tones and only warm tones, but I would like to kind of change that up and do a cool mix of the two, considering the new information I have now. And I also really wanted to be able to stream for you guys, to kind of let everybody know that I'm going to be doing that live stream, because I don't know if you guys know I'm doing that live stream. Are you guys going to be, like, when do you guys usually watch Adobe Live? Like, do you guys tune in during the day? I know, Odari, that you come in sometimes. Vecta, do you guys, do you watch often? Sith eyes, yeah. So the warm for the eyes, obviously we're gonna do those. She's kind of giving me Ventress vibes, anyways, you know. We're gonna go with that soft light, and then I'm gonna snag this blue tone, and we are going to grab this soft round. And I'm going to throw this on all the places I know I want to kind of highlight. Yeah. I might have forgot my Adobe login stuff. Oh, well, you don't have to actually log into Behance or anything. You can actually watch here if you want to, because it will be live to Behance and to the Adobe Live YouTube channel at the same time. Which is actually pretty cool. So I'm gonna send you the link to the Adobe Live YouTube. I'm trying to raise more awareness for my shows and my streams over there. So if you guys ever want to pop in, it'll be at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it'd be cool to see you. But I won't, I'll probably mention this more throughout the stream, but I don't know. I always feel like when I'm telling people when I stream, I always feel like I'm going to be the annoying person that's like, look at my stuff! But also I need people to look at my stuff. You guys would tell me if I was getting annoying, right? You guys would tell me. Not for a while, admittedly. Yeah, you know, and it's actually kind of cool that they have it live in 2 places, because then we were talking yesterday about like what platforms people use most often, and there were a lot of people in chat yesterday who said that they don't even look at the chat or the streams on Twitch anymore. Okay, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. We're gonna grab some of that green. Make sure. And I'm gonna throw that green on like the major highlight spots. And I'm gonna blend this in because it's like grayscale, but I feel like it could definitely use some more love. So I want it to be a little bit better than this. And it's gonna have the base colors in here, but when we come in and like paint it, it'll be a lot, ooh, there we go. It'll be a lot better once I start blending these colors out. System Front Row with Adobe for Linux. It's a cutthroat new YouTube economy. It is! You gotta get that shill going, Val. I'm gonna try. You know what? I uploaded, some of my shorts, or some of my reels from Instagram onto my YouTube channel yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And I was really shocked. I just checked it before I went live. And one of my, like, 2 of them are just regular art shorts. The Baby Yoda popsicle and the Lord of the Rings just paint processes. And they have like 50 views, 60 views, you know? But the Who's That Popsicle one, the one that was funny, so I tagged it as a meme, has like 4,500 views or something. And I was like, what the hell? So I think that if I make funny shorts that also show my art, that could be something that works really well. I jump into Adobe Live while I'm lurking and working. It pays to be the floor manager. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we got that green. She's kind of iridescent. We're gonna add some fancy ears to her because she's very base model-y right now, so we're gonna do a little bit of fanciness there. I want to grab some of this purple, and I kind of want to add a little more of the, like, a red tone into it. And I'm gonna put some of these colors around her eyes and all of the places where blood would be close to the surface of the skin, right? So across the bridge of her nose, underneath the nose, right there, around the eyes, as I said, a little bit on the cheeks, around the ears for sure, and then here we would do it on the neck, and a little bit on the chest, just, you know, some places where there would be some brightness. And then we're gonna throw that on a blending mode as well. And that should do it as far as the base color layer. But we are gonna need to, I kind of like that if it wasn't so harsh. We are gonna need to add a little bit more effort into this, because otherwise it just looks really muddy, and we don't want it to be muddy. We want it to be, that's kind of cool. Color dodge, it'll probably end up being overlay or soft light, but let's go ahead and I'm gonna pull up hue and saturation, and I'm gonna make this a little bit lighter and more saturated. And let's go ahead and say okay, and let's go back to normal and see what it looks like if we start applying this with brighter colors. Honestly, probably soft light. Escape. Okay, so now it's muddy, but we've got color in there, and so now it's time we're just gonna full on paint for a little while. Memes are the secret language of the YouTube underground. If you speak fluent memeanese, you'll go far real fast. That's what I feel like, you know? It's dominated by split screens of Family Guy, Subway Surfers, slime vids, and random video game clips and talking. Yeah, or like the one girl that is like making lip gloss constantly. Have you guys seen that? I feel like every third video I watch is like that girl making lip gloss. And I'm like, oh, to live the social media life of the lip gloss girl. You know, just like any time I make a video, everyone on the planet sees it, whether they like it or not. I feel like shorts boost your channel. Everyone is doing shorts now. Yeah, and I got like 20 something new subscribers just in a couple of days because people hit subscribe after seeing the short because it pops up right there. So I think you're right about that. I think it does, add a lot of visibility to my channel, so we're gonna kind of continue with that and see how it goes. Alright, let's really paint on this. I think I'm gonna turn that flow down even more. I think I've only seen one lip gloss vid. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I looked up lip glosses one time and the algorithm was like, you want this all the time now, right? Like, no. I don't wear lip gloss. I wear lipstick, maybe, sometimes, you know, but not lip gloss, really. Okay, we're gonna use this brush, because I like this brush. Let's turn the flow up. And let's turn the opacity down. And we're gonna do some nice blending here. We've got this spot of light on her, which is nice, but it needs to be a little more, she needs to be painted in more, because right now it's just muddy. She's got a lot of shadow going on, which is, you know. It's dark in places where it can be dark for a portrait like this, but it's not dark in places in a way that is, I think, helping. It's mostly distracting from certain parts. I'm also, real quick, going to turn the background on and, let's go to like a dark blue color and hit OK, because this will allow me a little bit more visibility as far as the painting goes. Yeah, like I can see her face now a little more clearly. I might also need to not do any of this on a clipping mask. I might need to do this fresh painting. Let me go F on a layer. Ah! What the? It was like, see ya. There we go. And then I need to pull this jaw out a little bit. Okay, I was not expecting to see you cosplaying as James in the Pokemon vid. Yeah! I think that's why people laughed, because I wanted to show off that painting, but, like, nobody was looking at my painting. So I was like, alright, internet. What if the internet girl dresses up in a costume and gives you a look? Will that work? Apparently it works. Sampled brush, maybe this. I need something that's a little smoother that, you know, like I can blend well with and will not be so harsh around the edges. Smooth square. That could do it. I'm trying to find a good skin brush, to be honest. Because there's a lot of harsh lines here, as you can see, between the differing portions. Still a little harsh. Still a little bit harsh. My YouTube Shorts feed is dominated by Linux content by Hannah Bear and Catfish Noodling. I've seen videos of that. I've seen a lot of noodling videos. It's definitely an interesting sort of thing. I know people that noodle. Which I think is just a symptom of being me, because half my family's from Louisiana, so there's a lot of noodling type folks in my family, which is interesting. My aunt has noodled, and I think she thought it was the coolest thing ever, and I was like, I don't play like that. I don't trust like that. You know what I mean? Like, because the places that you go noodle, or the places that Creole folk are noodling, there's gators in there. You know? Like, it's not a normal water place. It's a danger place to be. I need a better brush. What the hell? No, not that either. Why all these freaking textures? Don't give me textures. Give me skin. I want skin. Not that. What's this? No. What's this? No. Too hard. Ugh. This is my life. Can you feel my frustration? Is this a Floridian pastime? Or there's a lot of people in, like, Louisiana that noodle. There's, like, it's, you know, it's not just a there kind of thing. You know, there's other noodle places, but, catfish don't live in clean water, really. Not, or I should say, because I don't know everything there is to know about catfishes, but, you know, I don't think that they spend all of their time in places that you would just want to, like, hang around and just leave your arm out in. You know what I mean? It's just not what I like to do, but there's people that like to do that. I don't know. And I don't trust non-mammals. I don't trust them. I don't trust non-mammals. And of mammals, I don't trust mammals with people hands. You know what I mean? I trust, like, cats. I trust, like, dogs. You know, I would trust a mouse, maybe, if we got to know each other well. I would perhaps trust maybe I don't know, like a gopher. I do not trust raccoons. I find raccoons to be too smart for their own good and liars also. So I don't trust them. I don't trust birds. I think birds are weird and shifty, and I don't like them very much. Some good ramen noodles. People die doing it every year, which is why it's recommended if you do not do it alone, that fish can kill you. Yeah, it's not great. Yeah, the snapping turtles is the thing that I think of every single time someone is going noodling. I'm like, do you understand what else is in that water? None of it good. None of it good. And if you're not afraid of the other creatures that live in the same places as catfish, think of the germs. Because catfish, like I said, they're not clean animals. They're not clean creatures. So next time you decide that you want a noodle, just think about the danger. I leave that shit on YouTube. I don't want it up in my mug, man. That's too much for me. Do birds have people hands in your opinion? They don't, but they're birds. That's the catch right there. I don't trust them. I think they're beautiful. I would draw a bird, you know. I watch videos of birds. But like some of them talk, you know? Like you can't trust a bird that talks. I have trust issues with animals. Is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to tell you, is that I'm the problem, maybe. You know, I acknowledge that. I could perhaps be the issue, you know, but that doesn't make me feel any differently. But listen, I grew up in the country, kind of, you know, and animals are different here. You can't trust a raccoon in the country. A country raccoon? A country raccoon will rob you blind. Okay? Not to mention they're big. This is not a Pocahontas Disney freaking animal, okay? And I've heard a lot of people that like come to my area and they're like, oh, yeah, I heard there's a lot of animals, like a lot of wildlife, and I think raccoons are so cute. And I'm like, the raccoons here will take your wallet and commit identity fraud. You can't be trusting the raccoons in the country. Is it because of Alfred Hitchcock? No, it's not actually. It's not. You can't be trusting raccoons here in Northern California. And then you see those videos on YouTube where people are like, look, I have like a domesticated raccoon. He's my friend. He lives in my house. Just so you guys know, I want to make this very clear. There isn't a such thing as a domesticated raccoon. Raccoons all have the capacity to pretend to be your friend. Let me just make that perfectly clear. This is what I know to be true. Raccoons can pretend to be your friend, even if they've never seen you before, because they're all snakes and thieves. Every one of them. Raccoons, yeah. If you make friends with a raccoon, you will be in debt. You will gain all of their debt and some of your own. Yeah, like Tom Nook. Did you notice that like the raccoons in Animal Crossing are the ones you have to pay mortgage to? Tom Nook's not your friend. Tom Nook collects from you. Okay? Friendly raccoons. My hind foot, as my grandmother used to say. My hind foot, y'all. We had a raccoon chew through our trash can lid, an actual hole in the middle, like a foot wide. Yeah, they can do some serious damage too. I had a raccoon family that lived near my house when I lived like more in the woods for a handful of years. Like my backyard for maybe like 3 or 4 years opened up into miles of forest. Just pure wild forest, undeveloped. Not even really, like, there are people that hiked around the area, but it was, like, not encouraged that you hike there because there were wild animals. And we went and hiked, and we came home one time because there were big cat tracks. Because in Northern California, you do have bobcats, you do have, like, mountain lions and stuff, and so it's not, they don't attack a lot. They don't, it's not like they're, like, running around attacking people. But you shouldn't hang out at their house. You know what I mean? So a lot of wide open forestry, not wide open, but just a lot of wild space. And there was a bunch of raccoons that used to come into the neighborhood, and for that reason, with the raccoons and the big cats and just they're very large birds of prey in the area, you could not leave your dogs or cats out in the yard unattended. You needed to watch them very closely, because either one of those could just like snatch your household pets. And this family of raccoons tried my door handle. My door handle. They knew how it worked. He tried to get in the sliding door. And when they stand on there, like if they get big enough, it's like a 3-foot tall person with grabby hands. And he was on my back step, and the back porch. He walked up the stairs like a little man. He walked up the steps like a man, and he gripped my door handle, and I thought to myself, how long has this little asshole been watching how I use things in my house to know that that's how you open the door? Like, he's been lying in wait, like, we're gonna figure this door thing out. And when we do, no one will be safe. Weird. Weird little critters. You can't trust them. I don't trust any of them. So I have my reasons, you know? I'm not just mean, hating on animals. These animals have tried to get me before. Okay? They've tried to get me, y'all. Yo, what's up, Cody? I was just smack-talking animals. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I start shit-talking raccoons, and the Queen of Woodland Creatures comes into my chat like, you know what? I heard from a gopher who heard from a blue jay who heard from a mouse outside your window that you were talking crap. My bad, Cody. Foul raccoon stories. Yeah! Sukosma's heard these before. I've been complaining about this for years. I've been complaining about this for quite some time. I still am really not liking the transfer on these brushes for this project. It's really driving me nuts. They're either too soft or too hard. It's driving me crazy, and it's making my painting look really muddy. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. Little birdie told her, yeah. He tried to sell you a vacuum cleaner door to door. He did. For the low price of 5 installations of $49.99.99. And I was like, that's a bad deal. And he was like, well, I brought my boys with me. And it would be beneficial to the family if you decided to make this purchase, eh? It would be... The raccoon's Italian, in this joke. The raccoon... The raccoon knows a guy who knows a guy in this joke. I don't want your Girl Scout cookies, raccoon. He wasn't selling them anyways. It was a lie from the start. He doesn't have any cookies. He wants you to give him cookies. He came to ask you if you had raccoon cookies. Girl Scout cookies. We've learned that Val just doesn't like any animals that have people or human traits. Yeah, I don't want you... I like animals, but I don't want them to have people hands, and I don't want them to be able to solve people problems. I don't know. Dogs are cutting it close for me. I don't trust like that. Someone somewhere's gonna take this whole entire bit out of context one day, and people are gonna be like, wow, she's terrible. Meanwhile, I am a slave to my chihuahuas, and I feed stray cats, and I make friends with the mice on my property that I'm supposed to get rid of. The thinking the good feathers. The little birdie received a nasty death stare from Val. It did. Yeah. Okay, this is getting smoothed out a little bit. I still need to... You know what I might have to do is make my own brush. I might have to make my own brush. Oh, well, I kind of like this one, though. Changed my mind. I like this one. Val, I don't think there's much context to begin with. Yeah. I did just randomly start, like, spouting my animal prejudice. I did do that. That was me. Guilty as charged. I like this brush. This brush is good. This is a good one. I'm gonna fix these eyes. Boop boop a doo. Boop boop a doo. You don't like other species catching up with us. I just, you know, I read too much fiction. You know what I mean? I read too much fiction, so I don't trust the robots, and I don't trust the animals that are starting to solve their own problems. I don't trust... That's our job. We solve the problems. Humans. We solve the problems. Can't have cats out here scratching themselves behind the ears. What do they need us for? You know what I mean? I'm trying to preserve our usefulness in the animal kingdom, and you guys are making fun of me, and I don't appreciate that. This eye's weird. That's what's bugging me. One night I went outside for something and 3 raccoons were in front of my house and the big one put his hands up like Ice Cube. Got a problem? Yeah! Yeah! That's the thing, is that it's not just that they use their hands, like people use their hands, it's that they use their hands and understand cultural, colloquial gestures. That shouldn't be possible. In order for me to live my safe human life, I have to believe that they're incapable of doing that. This is starting to look like a cool painting. It's starting to go well. I like this brush, and I'm gonna add this brush to my main group of brushes I like to use. So I take it you weren't fond of that story from a few years ago about monkeys making and using tools, domesticating wild dogs and wolves over somewhere around Europe or Africa. I saw a video of a monkey picking up a tool that it had made, and I was like, they warned us in cinema about this. Next thing you know, San Francisco will be in an uproar. You know, didn't like the Planet of the Apes war in the new movies like start in San Francisco, and then our ape friend was like hanging out in the California redwoods like, this is my place now? Pretty sure that's how it went, right? Better watch out. I'm pretty sure that took place in San Francisco, right? I'm not wrong. Is your brush Michigan? Is it Michigan? It could be. There's brushes that are weird out there. I downloaded a brush pack once, and I used it on stream for like 4 straight years before I realized the artist had taken a picture of his genitals and used that as the image. Brushes can be anything these days. I was very upset. I was really upset because I remember always like saying out loud on the stream, I love the texture of this brush. It's like such a good textury brush. Artists. Can't trust them. Oh lord. Yes! I'm dead serious. I am dead serious. It was one of the old texture brushes. Okay, Lady and Slime, you guys watched live streams where I was painting with it. You guys were present for those shows. 100%. I should do some thinking and figure out which one of those older paintings were done with it. Yeah. 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 No lie. Doesn't the shape of the brush cursor get in the way? I always download and install the same cursor pack because the default is either annoying or not visible. That's a really good idea. Honestly, I've never done that. I've never thought to do that. Downloading a cursor pack. Okay, it's cool now, but it's like weird still. We gotta smooth this out and make it appropriate. Another thing is, and I'm just gonna do a real quick thing, is the eyes are driving me nuts because I did that thing where I put the eyes in really soon. And it's really hard for me to visualize when I put the eyes in too soon, so I'm gonna take them right out of there. We might reshape the eyes a little bit. Yeah, it's a little bit better. I can like take it seriously now, because like sketchy eyes make things look derpy. I guess Val and Kevin Hart don't like raccoons. Watching his raccoon story right now, it's so funny. I love Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is one of my favorite comedians. On KDE Plasma, I always install Material Light Cursor. Okay. That's very interesting. I'm gonna move around some things on my desktop real quick. I'm gonna put my reference and my streaming thing in different places. She kind of looks like Asajj Ventress or Nebula. Yeah. I would say that those are two people who definitely came to mind as I was illustrating it. For sure. Especially, like, the Asajj definitely is going to come in with the eyes a little bit. Well, no, I guess, because I think Asajj doesn't actually have... Hold on. I don't think Asajj has Sith eyes, does she? I think she has silver eyes. Yeah. Asajj's eyes are silver. So more Nebula, for sure. I'm starting to really like it now. The LURV begins. I have now entered the portion of my artistic process where I no longer hate myself. From now until whenever it ends, I will have a good feeling. It could end at any time. Truly. The artist typically has no concept of how long the good feeling will last, and usually, because of this, they do not enjoy it while they feel it. They are constantly waiting for it to go away unannounced. Such is the life of most artists. Can we do like a David Attenborough style documentary thing that's just like making fun of the thoughts we have about our own creative work? Rare Val snort caught live on tape. You've seen it here, folks. There used to be, back in the days on Twitch, there used to be a snort counter. I think for like a week or so, we had a snort count. That the mods could add a count to, which was funny. Just remembered all about the lost quotes. Yep. Sucks for you. A lot less incriminating for me. You know, Cho still, he'll look over at me some days and just be like, I miss those quotes. Still, because like, he curated those heavily. Most of them he had added, and every once in a while somebody else like got to be in the quote system, and he was very particular. Good times lost to the ether. I know. That was insane. Okay. That's gonna be... I think that's pretty good on the skin for now. Let's take a short break. And let's mess with the eyes. Ugh. They were so funny. They were good times. They were so hilarious. It's because I was out of pocket every stream, though. Like, it was because I did not take care with any of the things I was saying. I would say that I do now, except I did just give you guys like a 45-minute presentation on why I don't trust certain animals. Funny how Maul has Sith eyes and Asajj doesn't, and they're both from Dathomir. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of interesting stuff there, isn't it? And I think Asajj is just really an interesting character. I don't know a lot about her, aside from like certain episodes of the animated series. But if I am recalling correctly, I believe she fell in love with a Jedi. I believe she fell in love with a Jedi after she became like a dark side Force user, even. And I always thought that was really fascinating. Night Sisters were dark side users, but they weren't used by... And this is the thing, Vecta, and I've told people this before. I don't think that the Night Sisters they're not Sith, you know? They don't use the dark side of the Force. I think that they use the Force indiscriminatively. You know what I mean? Like, they use it for what they need it for, and unfortunately, they live weird lives, so they need the scary stuff a lot, you know? But they're not like, oh yes, the Sith. I just saw the new Star Wars in Barnes and Nobles and remembered you mentioning it. I'm excited. Yo, did you? Do you want to see? Did I show you yesterday? Were you here yesterday when I showed them off? Because I have them next to me right now. Yeah, Quinlan Voss. Diet Sith. Sith Light. Sith Zero. There's a good Force. There's the Force. You know, like, I honestly, I'm with the Night Sisters on this. I don't think that it should be all of that. I think, you know, it's dangerous. Danger zone, wielding invisible power in space with a laser sword. Danger zone. You know what I mean? And I think that you can be consumed by any kind of power that's like that. But I don't know. I would just as soon be... If my ideal character for me to be is like a gray Force user. You know what I mean? Just like use it when I need it. I'm gonna use it to like save people, but I'm also gonna use it to steal things when I'm out of credits. I'm gonna use it to help me be the best smuggler I can be. You know what I mean? You missed it yesterday? Sith at home, yeah. Here, hold on, I'm gonna pop over here. I'll show you. I'm still wiggly at the edges. This makes me, look at my, I swear my skin is smooth. Yeah, I went to Barnes & Nobles and I snagged up a copy of both of the Star Wars books I worked on. So this is Shadow of the Sith by Adam Christopher, who is an amazing, wonderful man who really just made me feel very appreciated. Was the very first Lucasfilm Penguin Random House gig I ever did. When I got the call for this gig, I did ugly cry to my mother because I couldn't believe it. And I did the insert poster for the Barnes & Noble's exclusive edition. So there is Kiza, which was a great time. And I'm listed in the book. It says interior poster design by Voodoo Val, which is pretty cool. And then my favorite one, I think, it might just be my favorite one because it's the most recent one that I did. And I feel like I improve, you know, as I go. but I also did this one. This is by Delilah Dawson, who is also fabulous and wonderful and did some very nice posts to let everybody know that I did the artwork for the book. And I did a painting of the Inquisitor insert for this one. And I really liked this one. It was, I think I really liked this one because it was like all black and red with that splash of white. Like I had a really, really good time doing it, and I had a really good time like doing the dramatic lighting and like all that stuff. It was just a really good time doing that one. Not as many moving parts as the other painting with all the kyber crystals and everything swirling around, so this is really cool. I highly recommend both of these books, and I also highly recommend just getting to know a little bit more about each of the authors, because the authors, they're not just Star Wars authors, they do a lot of great things. Delilah Dawson did also write one of my other favorite Star Wars novels, which is Phasma. But there's tons of different books that she's worked on. She also wrote Black Spire, which was cool. And then Adam Christopher wrote 3 of the Dishonored novels, which is one of my favorite games. And he also wrote one of the Stranger Things novels. So really, really freaking cool. Oh, did you not know, Slime? You did the artist stream. You left your mark on the thing that inspired you. Yeah, it's really cool. So I hope that I get to do another one. It's not something where like I regularly am like assigned things. They kind of reach out to artists as needed, I feel like. And I didn't know that I would get another opportunity to work on like the Lucasfilm IP and like Lucasfilm content again after the first one. But they called me back like 7 months later and we're like, hey, we got another one for you. And I feel like I did really good. Like I hope that they reach out to me again, because I did the second painting, the Inquisitor, Rise of the Red Blade. I did that one really fast. Like it just kind of, I was so excited, and I was already, after the first one, like the people asked me like, what did it feel like doing art for Star Wars? It feels good now, but while I was doing it, it was not. It was like I was terrified, because I know what the Star Wars fandom can be like. I am one of those people that screams loudly when I dislike things, and so I was like, what if people hate it? Like, what if they post the art and people hate my poster? Like, I was freaking out, and I was just screaming internally the whole time. But by the second one, I had kind of gotten through that major anxiety, and I felt like I learned a lot and could kind of approach it a lot differently. So I did it quickly, but not because it was rushed. I did it quickly because I was a lot more comfortable with the project. So yeah, it was a good time, and I hope that I get to do another one, because it really was a dream. And I asked, I think I said this last time too, but I did ask them, like, how did you guys find me to reach out? Because I have come to realize that a lot of people who do like editorial work or like publication work, they usually get that work through an agent. Like the agent goes and finds that kind of stuff for them, and then they do it. But I don't have an agent. And I have applied for certain things, but I haven't found representation yet. And so I was curious, like, how did you guys find me? And they said that they found my Star Wars fan art. They found my fan art project on Behance, and were like, she could draw Star Wars. And I was like, I can draw Star Wars. I do it all the time in my spare time. Unflappable Val. Not exactly, but I try. I do try. So you're gonna design your own custom Funko, right? That's the next thing. I don't know, like, I don't know. Do people get paid to do that? Is that like a commission thing that like people do? Also, give me 1 second. I'm gonna grab. I have like a cover for my chair, because my chair material is like really scratchy. It's kind of uncomfortable against my legs. So let me grab that real quick. can put over here so that my legs are comfortable. Okay. Ew, I have fluff on my earpiece. Gross. Okay. Job gained by thirsty Star Wars art. Yeah, man. There's a lot of, you know, I do have like a pretty good variety of different pieces of Star Wars art in there though. Like I could actually pull it up. In that Behance thing, there was the one that I did that was for the red carpet, which I wonder if that had anything to do with it, you know, like doing work that had already, that I didn't get paid for that job because it was, I won a contest, like an art contest for it. But I wondered if, just the fact that I had a piece that was already kind of, representing, Lucasfilm had anything to do with it. But yeah, I made this project. So I did that Phasma. And then in here, it's not all the Thirst stuff. Like I do have like my Kylo and, you know, my other Kylo, but I have like a Darkside Luke, I have like a Vader poster, a Thrawn, I have a couple of Thrawns, I have like a sketch of Ben Solo, one of the Emperor, the Mother Talzin, Grievous, 3PO, Ventress. Like I have a few. And she said, I think that the Ventress one was one that she had really liked. So that was pretty cool. I have more. I should put more in here because I've got more fan art. I remember the red carpet one. Yeah, I was really excited. I think I streamed, or I was in the Discord chat for my Twitch stream. And I didn't know if I won or not. Like, they were supposed to announce the winners ahead of time, and they didn't. And so I had to watch the live coverage of the event to see if I could spot my own art at the venue, at the red carpet. And then so I was waiting. I could see that, like, there was like this big wall of all of the winning things, because the contest went like, you could, here's the characters from The Last Jedi, and you choose one of these characters and you paint fan art of them, and there's going to be a handful of winners chosen per character category. And so I could see on the red carpet what they did was they filled that big like wall with art of the character played by whichever actor or actress was like walking across. So like Mark Hamill walked by, and then all of the fan art winners that had illustrated Luke Skywalker were shown in the background. So I was waiting for Phasma. I was waiting for Gwendolyn Christie to like go past, and then I saw her and I was like, ah! So Val, I gotta ask, what are your thoughts on Kylo Ren? Because I think you'd gone dark by the time the last movie came out. Yeah, I heard a rumor that Adam Driver had only agreed to certain things because he didn't want a redemption arc for Kylo Ren. Like, he wanted him to be all bad. I'm not sad. I'm not upset that the Reylo ship has sailed. People give me shit for that ship all the time, but I ship Kylo and Rey all the time. And so I was stoked about that, but I won't say that the final movie was my favorite. I won't say that. But I also, like I said earlier, I'm one of those Star Wars fans where I like rage and rant about stuff constantly, so I don't know. She freaked out on screen. I don't know if I don't think I was actually streaming. Was I? I know I was screaming in the voice chat when I found out I won, but I can't remember if I was streaming, actually. You'll have to remind me if I was or not. It's been a while. Okay, so one thing I'm wondering is, I'm wondering what would happen if we actually just threw the eyeball in there. No, we won't do that. We won't do that. I'll paint new eyes. I am gonna move this up though, so I can see. I thought though that like the whole Ben Solo, like soft Ben, was all right. I guess it's just not. I had hoped that he would end up joining with Rey. But I also think it was kind of a weird setup with the villains for the sequels, because I feel like there was an opportunity, and this is my personal opinion of like who I liked being a villain, but I feel like we kind of missed out on the opportunity to have Hux as a major villain, because in The Force Awakens, he was terrifying, right? Like, he was super scary. He, you know, like his whole speech and everything was very hold on, I'm trying to cut this. Yeah. His whole speech and stuff was like very terrifying. It like made him seem horrifying, and I thought he was gonna be like a new Tarkin, sort of, you know? So any Tarkin fans in chat, I thought he was gonna be like a Tarkin type guy, and it was gonna be big scary in that way. And then the next movie, he was just like a bozo, kind of. I was really shocked at that decision to do that, because it was like he was a completely different character. Am I the only one that thought that like from one movie to the next, Hux was like a totally different character? Charles, welcome in. Thanks for joining us. How are you? Giggles while holding up cheesy Sith dagger. Suddenly Palpatine. Yeah, the sudden Palpatine was not my favorite. Not my favorite opening crawl in general. I was like, why? I'm trying not to rage too much about like my own personal Star Wars stuff these days, because now I've done art for Star Wars. I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. Am I allowed? Is this one of those things where I can say like views are my own? I don't know. It makes me nervous, because if I made somebody mad with my Star Wars opinions and didn't get to do more Star Wars art, I'd probably cry. I'd cry myself to sleep, honestly. I would. They wasted Finn as a character, changed my mind. I saw that meme. Did you see that meme? That was like Finn riding a bike, and then Rose Tico puts the pipe through the wheel spokes, and Finn crashes and nearly dies. And she grabs his face and just goes, "This is how we win, Finn." I was like, oh no. Just pop off and then deny everything if there's fallout later. I'm on a live broadcast. I can't delete the VOD right after. Yeah, he became comic relief. I was really disappointed, because I wanted a Tarkin, and it wasn't. Did the last movie make you lose your love for Kylo? No, because I am an avid fan fiction lover, and I just totally like drowned myself in really great fan fiction after that. So I don't know if I think I asked this on another stream for different reasons, but fan fiction is great, guys. And I know that some people don't like fan fiction, or they think it's lame and weird, but let me tell you, there are a lot of great reasons to be reading fan fiction. There's a lot of really awesome authors out there that really, I I feel like spend a lot of time and put a lot of really a lot of energy into expressing their theories, their Star Wars fan theories and stuff through fan fiction. There's a lot of really good stories out there. A lot of people that know their stuff seriously about Star Wars and like kind of give us alternate ideas. There are people who have written full-length novels on like AO3 or fanfiction.net that are like seriously decent quality, honestly. And so I read a lot of fanfic. I love fanfiction. It's one of my favorite things. I like to read it, I like to write it, and I really love when somebody who gives it their all, like basically distributes a novel. And there's like the Kylo Ren fanfiction is a very popular fanfiction type to write, and there are many novels which are actual real novels now published because they used to be romantic Kylo Ren fanfiction. There's a lot of them. It makes me super jealous. So I'm like, man, the amount of fan fiction I've written, one of these days I should just try to publish one of my fan fictions. I think I'm going to. I'm working on a novel right now. And as of this morning, I'm about 40,000 words in. And I'm really enjoying myself. That looks sick. Look at her eyes. This is gonna be cool. Fanfiction be good. You're gonna hate me for this, Val. For what? Weird, all the text in my messages was gone, just the emote showed up. Huh. Yeah, I only saw that smiley face. But despite the fact that we're currently talking about Star Wars, the instant you mentioned fanfiction, my brain immediately went to Star Trek. You're right, I do hate you. You're right. I'm kidding, you can be a Trekkie. You can be a Trekkie if you want. I understand the allure of Star Trek. It's just never been my thing. And there's a lot of people that don't understand the difference, you know, and I think that those are people who are like, they're not real fans, man. They're not like science fiction people, you know, so they're like, why would somebody like Star Trek but not like Star Wars? And that's not always the case. There's plenty of people who like Star Wars and also appreciate Star Trek. But for the people that do like Star Wars and not Star Trek, or vice versa, it's because they're two different kinds of stories, right? Like, to me, Star Trek is about, it's a voyage, you know? It is like a story of like culture and technology and civilization, kind of. And then Star Wars is like is a space opera. You know, it's about the hero's journey and stuff. And not that there's no hero's journey and stuff in Star Trek, but there are stories in space that are from totally different approaches and perspectives and stuff. And I'd love to hear you guys' take on that. But to me, it's a different kind of storytelling. And the purpose of the story is a different reason. Star Trek fanfiction is a prominent topic on there. Yeah. Oh, well, but there, you know, it's a very, very popular, I think the most popular kinds of fanfiction that are written, I think the most popular stories are actually Star Wars, Star Trek, Harry Potter, Doctor Who, and there's another one that was like one of the big ones. Yeah, it's extra. It's an opera. It's like a, you know, to put it one way. Yeah. God, I like this a lot. I'm digging the hell out of this. This is the shit. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. What the fuck? Look at me painting and stuff. My mom would be so proud of me. how did I do these pupils? Okay, we're gonna grab some of this. Some of this, and some of that. They both do different vibes. Star Trek is like sitcom, so short stories covered in yeah, it's like Monster a Week kind of, you know, versus Star Wars is dramatic action movie. Star Trek is about the existential journey of humanity. Star Wars is a story about the battle for the soul. Yeah, to me, like on that subject, I remember there was this I was at SAC Anime one year and somebody was going around quizzing people about their thoughts on Star Wars, and one of the questions that they asked was what does Star Wars mean to you? Like, what do you think Star Wars is about? And to me, I think Star Wars is about regular people discovering their own power and then deciding what to do with it. What kind of person will you become in spite of this, despite it, because of it, whatever, you know, who will you be? And it's like kind of fascinating because that's, you know, a lot of the characters are always seem to be discovering that they're not like other people, you know, from a distance. Yeah. I was gonna say one has space wizards, the others doesn't, but I think Star Trek had a few space wizards too. I think they did. I think they did have some space wizards. They might have. I'm gonna have to noodle with these eyes for a little bit. Kind of want to make them like fiery, you know? Kind of fire-esque. You could be considered a space wizard. That snarky pain in the ass. It's nice to catch a live stream. Was wondering how you were doing, not seeing you since Twitch. Yeah, you know, man, I have been working and like doing my thing, but it got really difficult to kind of juggle everything all together. I started doing a lot more work with Adobe, and I had some, you know, during the pandemic, I had some pretty significant changes come about in my life, and so I kind of had to pick and choose a lot of things, and Twitch fell by the wayside during all of that, unfortunately. But I kind of, you know, getting back into streaming. I've been streaming regularly every weekend for like, what has it been, like 3 weeks now? 3 weeks? And I missed it. I missed it a lot. I really did. And I'm not doing it over on Twitch anymore just because I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel and stuff like that over here. But yeah, I should be back into the regular streaming thing if you are interested to hang out more. So this is where I will be. Technology question for chat. I only get notifications in a timely fashion for Valve streams through Discord by Cho. Twitter tells me hours later. It's a hit or miss with Instagram. How do you know to get to a Valve stream? I post a story on Instagram, and every single time I go live, I post it in the broadcast channel on Instagram. And if you guys, I can't remember if you're in my broadcast channel, lady, but you'll get it like I DM you. You'll get a link to the stream as soon as I'm live, if you do that. And the way that you join that is if you go to Instagram on your phone and look in my bio, right next to like the Linktree link in my bio, there should be a link that says Voodoo Value Chat. And if you join that, that is my broadcast channel, and whenever I stream, it'll pop up in your Instagram DMs. If Valve schedules the stream in advance, oh, I should do that. Okay. Schedule it in advance here on YouTube, so it gives you guys a notification on YouTube. Okay. I'll do that. I'll do that. Because I've been thinking I should do that, but I haven't made the effort to like really schedule them out specifically. Same here. My BP went up so high. I'm now on 3 different meds to keep it down. Yeah, you know, life happens. Love how the eyes are coming together. Oh, I'm so glad, Odari. I'm so glad. Life happens, man. And sometimes it takes some adjusting to get back into the swing of things if you can. Yeah, I like that. That's dope. That's dope as hell. We have... That's pretty good. That's pretty good for, like, just showing the look of her now. So, the last thing we gotta do today is, I'm gonna decide on a couple of hairstyles to give everybody to vote for. So tomorrow, on the Adobe Live Instagram, I'll also add it to my personal story as well, but the Adobe Live Instagram will be posting a story that will allow you guys to cast your vote for the kind of hairstyle she should have. So we're gonna decide on a couple. So let's do like some quick silhouettes that could be possible hairstyles. Ooh, And the way we're gonna do that is like this. So I'm just gonna sketch around, figure out what we're gonna offer. So we could do like hair down, like a regular hairstyle. I'm just gonna scribble something in. And we'll decide. Maybe like an A-line cut. Something that's like slightly uneven. Like choppy. Could be interesting. Something like that. I'm just gonna do some sketches. What do you guys think? There's let me pull up. I have reference for hairstyles. That would be cool to explore for sure. Let me go to my hair board. Bowl cut. We're not giving her a bowl cut. As I give her a bowl cut. No, we're not doing this. This isn't happening. No, no. I veto that. We could give her like brows that are cut like this, like kind of the goth punk sort of choppy brows, though. We can go with part of your idea. Like weird little tiny bangs. Like Arinda Price hair. Now she just looks like the chick from Fifth Element. I'm gonna put her in one of those weird little costumes. Boop. Boop. So maybe not that actually, because it's a little too, I mean, of course her hair doesn't have to be orange. It doesn't have to be orange hair. What about a tattoo that mimics her hairline? That could be cool. I'm gonna do another voting process about adding like tattoos and things though, and that's something that I would spend time painting on the stream on Tuesday on Adobe, so I don't know if I would want to add that now. So I think we will give her an actual hairstyle, but that is a great idea. And if you tune in on Tuesday at 10:30 Pacific, you suggest tattoos. I'm totally excited about giving her facial tattoos if we feel like she needs it. Maybe that medieval monk hairdo, like the shaved in the middle. Like a friar haircut. I'm never hanging out with you guys again. I'm never hanging out with you people again. Stop. Curly hair, mohawk with side braids, or buzzed. Okay, all right. I like where you're going with this. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Let's see. Let's see. That actually looks sick. It's just not a lot of hair, but maybe we could trail it down. That's a mullet now. Now it's a mullet, but I can't say that I'm mad. Are we mad if it's a mullet? Tell me honestly, are we mad if it's a mullet? That's kind of sick. We'd have to do something else though. We'd have to do something that like makes it more, gives it a little more intrigue. Like a subtle scruff here. Layer via cut. Copy. No, cut. Layer via cut. So like something like this, right? And then what you do is like you just want to make the skin subtly that color of the hair, and then you come in on another layer and you start doing shit like this where you just like add a little bit of texture, like it's buzzed on the sides, you know, and then if you grab like a brighter orange and you can start highlighting so that she has like, you know, something like that. That's actually kind of cool. It looks kind of like dragon scales. Oh no. Oh no, I like it. I like this. This is kind of cool. That could be a cool one, but like how do I tell people in an Instagram story, mullet but sexy? I don't know if they will let me, I don't know if they will let me say that in an Instagram story for Adobe. They won't. I know that they won't. She's giving sexy, she's giving I know how to use a rototiller, she's giving I could fix your plumbing for you and lay tile in the bathroom. She's giving I will take your job at the construction company by force. That's what she's giving. And I'm not mad. I like it. I'll give her the job. Oh no. She's too cute. Oh. Maybe a big pleated braid. Oh. Did I just lose internet connection? Did I lose connection? Because it's been doing that to me. Look, Jay's not here, so I have to supply nonsense in his place. Oh. Fry her hair. What about Johnny Bravo? I don't know. I don't know about Johnny Bravo, man. Maybe big pleated braid with the buzz sides sounds like it could be cool. It won't be if you add those tattoos on her skull. That was straight up magic. You like... Okay. We might have to do something along these lines, because I do like this. I do like this as well. I do like that. Maybe we do a version of this. Let me, J, like, Command J and just duplicate. Maybe we do a version of this that just has more hair on one side. Because then it has, like, the kind of silhouette I can show as, like, you know. That's nice. This could be good. You know, it's just sketch. It's just in sketch phase at the moment. You know, it's not special, but we could be on to something here, and we could also give her like some kind of cool thing. Oh yeah. Miss Steal Your Girl over here. I Struggling with my emotions, guys. Struggling with these feelings. Afros are so rare these days. Yeah, can we see an afro? Yeah, you know what? We could. I don't know if I can do an afro, but here, let's go for like afro puffs, perhaps. You're basically drawing my daughter's hair right now. Amazing! That's awesome, Infinity. Wait, the Afro Puffs or the Hot Girl Joe Dirt? There were two completely different hairstyles up. I assume the Afro Puffs. We could do Afro Puffs, could be interesting. And what I would do to render these is I would just do like a bunch of gobbledygook kind of stuff, and I would do a lot of the kind of like what we were talking about yesterday about like impressing upon concept without painting every strand. That could be interesting. That could be cool. Hot Girl Joe Dirt. Lol, I wonder if Adobe will let you put that as the name for it in the poll. They will not. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's not allowed. I think it's safe to assume that they would ask me to simmer down. Okay, that's a possibility. The last one with Buzz and one side plus cuts in the Buzz part was my daughter. Really? Yeah, that's sick. I bet your daughter's cool. I bet she's awesome. This is a sick hairstyle. If I had straight hair, this is one of the hairstyles I would do for sure. Okay. I like this one more than the Afro Puffs though, only because like I'm thinking about streaming, you know, like streaming on Tuesday, and like how much time it's gonna take me to illustrate the hair, because we're gonna vote on the hairstyles tomorrow. But I'm gonna paint them on Tuesday, and I'm gonna like collaborate with the chat so you guys pick her outfit and stuff. Like we're really gonna give it some oomph. This one could be cool. I'm trying to think of too like how I'm gonna set it up in the story. I might just show like a side by side of like two hairstyles, you know, and be like, choose one. We could also do this. I'm kind of liking the idea of like conventional yet non-conventional hairstyles. So like, let me give this one like a serious widow's peak, right? Like a very dramatic widow's peak. And we're gonna give her like a high ponytail, but the ponytail is like a warrior's wolf tail, okay? And what I mean by that is this, like we're gonna give her like this hairline, okay? And then the warrior's wolf tail is like, it's a high ponytail, but only in the middle. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Oops. Okay. So we can do another one that's kind of like, you know, shaved on the sides. Which would then go into like a high ponytail. Better than this, but you know. And then we could put stuff in it, you know? Like there could be stuff. Like little beads and things. There could be stuff in it. That could be sick. Yeah, like Sokka hair. Raven from Teen Titans. It's like Raven, it's like a mixture between like Raven and Starfire. Which are like two of the best girls on the planet, you know? When you put the yellow for a sec, for some reason I thought you were gonna give her the Johnny Bravo hair for an instant. No. Give him the Skeeter from Doug. I'm not giving anybody the Skeeter hairdo. Man, it's not happening. Hair color would be a cool or warm temperature. Like for example, light blue or white hair would look sick. We could do that. I'm trying to stick to the some of the colors that I have just because it ties those eyes in well, and since I was letting people vote like on the hair on the color palette and stuff for the purpose of the stream, I was trying to keep it, you know, kind of according to that, but that doesn't mean that we are not allowed to change it. We can kind of do what we want here. This is pretty cool. That's kind of neat. That's a good one. And you know what I was thinking too is that I might not have to like decide on hair now. I might be able to give people a choice between like short or long. I kind of wanted to be able to do a whole hairstyle thing, but I don't know if I want to lock myself into that. We could just do short hair or long hair. I think that actually is pretty cool. Maybe I'll do that and I'll keep these. So I'll keep these sketches in here for the live stream. So that we can kind of take a look at the sketches. This isn't bad. It's not bad. But this looks really cool. I'm pretty pleased with this, to be perfectly frank. Um, yeah, I'm gonna change this to a smart object. Because, like, you know, we voted on the... I realize I don't have to show the hairstyles on there, because we voted on, like, the face, or the cool tones or warm tones. And so now what I need to show in this next thing is, like, the finished face. Is what I need to show. Not necessarily the hair. So it's like, here's the face after the last voting process. There you go. We got some progress, you know, I chose those colors and we went for it. And then the next thing will be like, you know, when you guys see the story, it'll be like, here you go. Vote on long hair or short hair. And then down here, you will be able to download this. So you guys, tomorrow morning, this is going to be, or tomorrow afternoon, sort of, depending on what time zone you're in, this gal will be available for you guys to download. So you can snag this illustration. You guys can try whatever hairdos you want tomorrow. And it'll be up for 24 hours. I can't believe you made my dumb joke bowl cut request into an actual good look. Yeah, I was trying legitimately to like see if we could, you know, work something out, you know, but, I think that's a good size stream. It's like 2-hour stream. So yeah, I think I actually really, really like this. I think that we've done a good job. We've got some hairstyle ideas, picked out. So tomorrow, I hope that you guys will download the base file and like post your own hairstyles done on the base model. That would be really cool just to see like what you guys do. I think it could be really neat. Give her Manon from SF6's hair. I don't know who that is. It's actually not that bad. That could be cool. Actually. It's kind of sick. That's a possibility. Like, if you can imagine her. Like, with all that. That could be actually kind of cool. That could be interesting. But yeah. Oh, I made the bowl cut into that. Yeah, I kind of did. With a little more love and maybe with this as inspiration, it could be something that works really well. Okay, guys, I'm a little tired. I'm hungry too. This is where we stop for today. Let me give you the Adobe Live YouTube and the Adobe Live Instagram again. That's the Adobe Live YouTube. So Tuesday, the final painting will be completed on Adobe Live. And then this is the Adobe Live Instagram. Adobe Live Instagram. This is where tomorrow you will be able to check out the story and download this if you would like to check this out and use this base image and vote on long hair or short hair. So that should be fun. Oh my god, somebody posted a reel finding my book in the store. Look at that! Oh, how cool. Hold on. Go look. Look. I can't, it's not showing it very well. Hold on. I would like it. I went into Barnes. Oh my god! That's so cool! Oh my gosh, that's so cool! Ah! I love it! Oh my gosh. That makes me so happy. It makes me want to tear up a little bit. It says, oh my god, look, they showed the name in the book where it has my name. Look, it's me! Look! Ah! I'm not famous. I'm not famous, but it's times like this it makes me feel like it. Oh my god, that's so cool! That makes me so happy. I'm gonna tear up. It's amazing. Okay. I do have to go though because I'm tired and hungry and I need a snack. I need some sustenance. But I will see you guys on the interwebs tomorrow, and then I will see you the next day on stream to finish things. So thank you guys for coming to watch my show. Much love, everybody. I'll see you later. Adios.